the continuing story of Peyton Place. Starring Dorothy Malone as Constance Mackenzie, Ed Nelson as Michael Rossi, Ryan O'Neill as Rodney Harrington, Barbara Parkins as Betty Anderson, Tim O'Connor as Elliot Carson, Christopher Connolly as Norman Harrington, Patricia Morrow as Rita Harrington, James Douglas as Stephen Cord.
Tonight, Dr. Michael Rossi accused his young brother Joe of coming to Peyton Place, not just to hide, not just to pick up a relationship with his brother, but to force Dr. Rossi to pay for leaving the family home so many years ago. Dr. Rossi's anger touched off an explosion inside of Joe.
From the sag in your shoulders, it looks like you had a little chat with Elliot Carson.
Why, Joe?
I was just trying to be like you, Mike.
You realize what you did?
I'm telling you, you've always been after me to tell the truth, so I just took some of
Come
your
on,
advice.
don't give me that, will you?
Look, brother, I don't have to give you anything. I don't owe you anything.
Yes, you do. You owe me an explanation. You knifed me in the back. And I want to know why. That's all. I just want to know the truth.
The truth?
Yeah.
You would know the truth if it hit you in the mouth. I told you the truth about what happened in the warehouse.
Yeah, well, you told me your story.
I told you. I mean, I didn't have to. I could have ran away, which I'm used to doing, but I didn't.
No, you didn't because you were afraid. You were afraid of the police. You were afraid you'd hit Eddie Jack so hard you just, well, you call your big brother and get him to patch it up, huh?
The police. Look, I was afraid that I hurt an old man. I wasn't afraid what he'd say about Rita and me.
Come on, the point is that you were afraid the police were going to lock you up.
Look, the point of it is that you're always so sure that I'm wrong, that I'm lying. I mean, why would I have gone along with you and faced Eddie and Rita, if I moved in on Rita in that warehouse?
So you lie to me so often, just like this, face to face. I mean, you're lying to anybody, everybody.
There's only one liar here, Eddie.
Well, that's kind of hard to believe, going on past performance.
Look, Rita said it wasn't true. I mean, she stood next to her own father and told you that her father was wrong, that I was telling the truth, that I didn't do anything to her.
And I suppose that idea never even entered your mind, huh?
She's not my girlfriend. She's Norman Harrington's wife. She has no reason to protect me, to lie for me. As a matter of fact, I don't even think she likes me at all.
Well, maybe she was afraid, physically afraid. She wanted to stop any more trouble.
Maybe. Or maybe you get a stupid, blind automatic reaction when it comes to me. And no matter who's involved or what's what, your automatic reaction is that I'm wrong, that I'm lying, that I'm to blame.
Maybe. Maybe that's it. Maybe I've got some kind of a stupid automatic reaction, huh? What do you think I got? Do you think I made it up? Think I always hated you? Or do you think it might be because I was conditioned over the years? Because that's the way things always turned out?
Well, this is one time your instinctive automatic reaction about me was wrong. And the only way I knew how to get back at you for not believing me, for not trusting me, for not even giving me a chance to explain was to cut you up the same way with your dear old friends, the Carsons.
Well, did you ever stop for one moment and think of how this might affect Mrs. Carson?
The truth. There's no medicine like the truth. You've been teaching me that ever since I was in knee pants.
No, you never thought about him at all, did you? You never thought about your baby at all.
You didn't think about me when you called me a liar in the tavern.
Look at you. You're practically a grown man and you sound like a child. Like a spiteful, vengeful, irresponsible child.
You almost had me convinced that I should let the Carsons have the baby. And you almost had me convinced that it was a naughty thing that I did when I made Joe pregnant. And that the best thing for me to do was to forget that I had a child.
No, I never advised you to forget that you were the father of Jill's baby. No, not once.
But you didn't tell the Carsons what I confessed to you about Joe and I were the parents of the baby.
Oh, so that was my responsibility, huh? To tell the Carsons. Why is it you're always asking someone else to do the right thing or say the right thing to clean up the mess you've made? Joe, come on, I'm not your father. I didn't want to be your father. Look, I'm your brother, that's all. It's simple. I just want to try and help you, that's all. To try to protect you. That's what I tried to do with the Carsons. All right, I suppose that was my mistake. But it was that automatic, instinctive reaction that made me think that it was the right thing to do to let the Carsons raise your child. I don't know. I just thought it was the right thing to do with everyone concerned. For the child, for the Carsons, and for you. But that was my mistake.
I don't buy that, Mike.
You never cared about your child at all.
I never said I did. But I told the Carsons that I didn't want to take the baby away from them.
Then why did you feel it was necessary to walk in there and destroy them like that?
Well, let me put it to you another way. I had to, big brother. The same way you had to run out on me when I was a kid. You understand that? Is it clear now?
Yeah. But I just don't believe it. You're not still trying to make me pay for that, are you?
Not anymore. It's even now.
Oh, so that's it. Try to get even, huh? By destroying one of the main reasons why I stay in Peyton Place, my friendship with the Carsons, just to get even, huh?
Well, maybe now you won't have to hang around here anymore. I mean, maybe now you can, pack up and go back to New York. I know you think I should stick around because Rita's old man might complain to me about the cops. Or because the Carsons think that Jill and I might have to take care of our own baby. But you don't care where I go or what I do, right?
That's up to you.
Well, in that case, I'll be seeing you in New York. Listen, if you happen to find a lucky key ring made out of genuine elephant hair, it was given to me by a girl from Brooklyn. It's mine. I mean, it's yours.
Thank you.
So you don't have to bother mailing it to me.
Well, I couldn't very well do that anyway, could I? You leave me any forwarding address.
I guess not.
Joe. Joe, look, I don't want you to go. And if you can stay, I mean, we don't have to have the same relationship, do we? I mean, from here on, it's got to be 50-50. That is, if you can see your way clear to stay.
All right.
Throw your bag in there. I might rent your room out.
Princess.
You look very nice.
Almost respectable, hmm?
You're up early.
Oh, I've got an appointment.
With the police.
Somebody's got to stop that Rossi kid.
Don't do it, Dan.
He's a vicious little punk.
And you're my father.
That's right.
And I have to choose, Joe Rossi or you.
You don't have to do anything. I'll take care of that.
You, Dad. I choose you. No contest.
Well, then what are we arguing about?
That's why I can't let you go down there. Because if you do, I'm going to have to go too and tell him the truth. Joe never laid a hand on
I saw it.
you. You saw what you wanted to see because you had to see it.
The two of you in that crummy warehouse. His hands all over you. These may not be 20/20, but you can't miss a thing like that.
He scared me. I nearly passed out, and he was trying to help me.
Okay. Let's give him that. He was earning his merit badge helping you. But was he helping me?
He was trying to protect himself.
And you're going to tell that to the police? Yeah, I'm putting on weight because I got too much starch in this thing.
I know, Dad.
What do you know? You don't know anything, Princess. Sometimes there's more to the truth than the facts.
I know why you did it, and I know that it was my fault. Because ever since I told you about Joe Chernak and what he did to me, what I let him do to me, you've been looking for him. I suppose you thought you'd found him in Joe Rossi, but they're not the same.
My mistake.
Mine. I wanted you to protect me. I wanted you to prove that you loved me after all those years when you weren't around, so I shut out Norm and Mom and threw it all on you. But Joe, the other one, is dead. And trying to make Joe Rossi pay for all the things he did just won't work for either of us. It's too late to worry about that now.
Better late than never.
What?
Oh, I had this teacher once. He was a big jerk. He put up a big printed sign over the blackboard. Better late than never. And then, because he was a wise guy, underneath it he wrote, better never late. I always thought that was stupid. What did it matter if a guy got where he's going, as long as he got there?
I agree.
But maybe he wasn't such a jerk after all, because, you know, that's always been my trouble, my timing. I was always late, whether it was a horse or for a dice or Joe Chernak.
Dad, there is one thing you can do about Joe Chernak, like I did. Just forget him.
How can I?
If I can do it, can't you? Please, Dad, try. For me.
Okay. I'll try.
Does that mean you won't press charges? Oh. Thank you, Pop.
Pop?
Oh. I want to see how it sounded. You know, I had this girlfriend named Doris Barber, and she always called her father Pop. I thought it sounded sort of...
Lowbrow?
Yeah. So whenever I thought of you, you know, the way you talked or how you looked, I always called you father.
Well, at least this Doris, what's her name, had somebody real to call Pop.
Yeah, well, so do I.
Now?
Now's all that's important. And don't forget it. Hey, listen, tonight, you and Mom and Norm and I are going to go out to dinner. We're going to celebrate the future. And the first one who mentions anything past yesterday gets to pick up the check. Okay?
Okay.
See you later, Pop.
See you later. Hey, hold it.
What?
Just hold her right there. If I had my camera, I'd grab a picture of you right now. Just the way you're holding your head. The way your hair falls.
Dad.
No, I mean it. This is you. Right now. This very second. The way I like to think of you.
You take better pictures of horses. I'll have Norm get a bunch of pictures of all of us, the whole family, okay?
Okay, good idea.
Okay, bye.
Bye.